Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Jeff Flynn. I am the owner of 11 mobile home parks, and that is my full-time thing. So today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most important things in my business, which is finding new deals. Now, today's specific topic is on-market deals. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like, okay, your full-time job, you go on Crexy and LoopNet, you find deals, you send offers, you get it going. Sounds pretty easy. And it is pretty easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's extremely easy. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually analyze on-market deals. Now, you're not going to believe me sitting here, but I promise you by the end of this video, you're going to be blown away when I tell you and show you that my lead of on-market acquisitions at Aspen Ridge Capital is actually my 18-month-old daughter, Avery. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, okay, 18 months old. Yes, she knows 50 words. She can't really count to 3, but she can kind of count to 2 sometimes. But she does know some sign language. She can't read. How does she possibly analyze deals? This has to be a case of nepotism. And it's not. I hate the accusations of that. And no, it's not nepotism. It's actually unbelievable to say this, but she actually has a 100% success rate of telling me whether I should pass on an on-market deal or proceed with it. Now, I know you're not going to believe me. I know that you're going to be skeptical. So I've actually brought her here today to show you how she looks at on-market deals. And it's a pretty amazing process. I do kind of want to preface this before she gets here, some things you might need to know about how she communicates. Because like I said, she can't really talk and she definitely can't read. Now, the first thing is if you see her go like this, that's sign language for more. So basically what I have her do, because she doesn't know any math, she basically looks at the deal, uses her gut, and tells me if it's the price that they're asking is less than we would pay for it, or if the price we're asking for is more than we would pay for it. Now, the sign language for more is obviously this, and if she says that, that basically means, hey, they're asking more than we're willing to pay, so let's pass. So without further ado, here is our lead director of on-market acquisitions. Avery, can you introduce yourself? What's your name?
Avery.
Avery, that's right. And let me ask you a question. Do you like analyzing mobile home parks?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well, we're going to do some of that right now. Okay, Avery. So we do this all the time. You know we look at deals, all right? So this one, I've got the address there blocked out, but it's in Colorado. It's been on the market 423 days, 1.4 million for 22 lots. Do you think that's less or more than we should pay? Is that more? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's try another one. Okay. This one's in Georgia. It's been on the market 138 days. 2.9 million for 31 lots. Now it's a 7 cap. Do you think that's less or more than we should pay? You think it's more or less? More. Okay, I agree. Now I have checked the data on this one, and I would agree we would pass on this. 10 lots. Okay, look at this one. 10 lots for $600,000. That $600,000 seems pretty good. What do you think? Is that less or more than we'd be willing to pay? You don't know yet? Less or more? I know. Come on, think about it. It's less or more? Is it more? Oh, man, it's more than we'd be willing to pay. Okay, Avery, so you went 3 for 3. You found 3 deals that were more than we were willing to pay. I'm going to talk to these people a little bit more about why we think that was more than we're willing to pay. But can you say bye? Bocus? Bye. Mwah. Thank you. 100% success, right? Pretty impressive, huh? Now, obviously, I'm joking a little bit, but the point I'm trying to make is that everything that you see listed on the market is not a good deal. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that, and I need to preface this by saying if you're looking to buy something that's just stabilized and you're not really going to make much money, but it's completely ready to go and turnkey, you might find something. But if you're like me and you're trying to find a value-add deal, you're not going to find anything on the market. You're not going to find anything that might even be close to working on the market, and I'll explain why. Now, it's important to understand that these deals are going on the market because real estate brokers are putting them there. And with mobile home parks specifically, you tend to see a ton of parks listed from brokers who specialize in mobile home parks. Now, the reason this is important, and I bring this up, is because mobile home parks are a very simple asset class, and any broker who's been around for at least a year or two is going to have a list of trusted buyers for most type of properties they come across in most regions and in most conditions. Now, this is important to say because we have to remember that real estate brokers do not work on a salary, they work on a commission. So they want to get the most amount of money for the least amount of work. And they want to go with the buyer that they have the highest likelihood of selling it to. And that buyer has the highest likelihood of closing. So let's say I was a broker, and I was a broker for a number of years. So this is exactly what I would do. I find a deal. I call the seller. This is the first time I got them on the phone. I say, "Hi, Mr. Seller. I'm interested in helping you sell your property. Can I get some information?" And I get some information like we see here in this email. Very simple. Bullet points: address, number of lots, occupancy, how many homes are tenant-owned homes, what is their lot rent, how many homes are park-owned home, what is their rent, is it city water, is it city sewer, is it septic, how are the utilities built, are they direct build, are they built back, what's the condition of the roads, and then a little blurb, maybe not even that, but mom and pop owners looking to sell and move to Florida. They collect most of rent cash, don't have financials. I can get rent roll the next day or so. That, I'm telling you, is literally it. If you are a broker, there are buyers out there who will get you an offer based on the information I just gave you. And I'm not making this up. I would have offers for 8-figure prices for parks that are 200 plus lots. This is the extent of the information. Now, I'm not telling you that they would go all the way to the closing table without getting bank statements and things like that, right? They're going to do a lot of due diligence. But in terms of them looking at this, coming up with a price and sending an offer to me, the broker, to then go and send it to them, super easy. So now that you know that, why am I explaining that? Why would you go, if you have a list of 4 or 5 people that you know will buy this and send you an offer, why take the time to get a drone photography out there, put it up on the market, and field questions from every person in the world with a pulse who's read Bigger Pockets and wants to suddenly buy this, and most of them aren't capable of doing it? The whole reason is because as a broker, if you're putting it on there on the market, you probably already talked to all your buyers, and they all probably already told you no, right? For one reason or another. The utilities are bad, the market is bad, the park is in too rough a condition, which I don't think you see a lot, but it happens. But the main idea is that by the time they're putting it on the market, it has a reason. Most of the time, it's because the seller is unreasonable and the prices that they want is too much. And so the broker says, "Okay, I'll just throw it out there and see if somebody happens to bite. If they do, I'll make a commission. If not, whatever, no harm, no foul. I, put some time into it, but nothing crazy." That is what you see on the market. What you think you see is someone calls up a broker and says, "Hey, I'd love to sell my property. Here's a realistic price I would take to give somebody a good deal." And then the broker puts it up there and they're trying to find people, the whole wide world of people who want to buy it, and they find the person with the best price. It's not what happens, right? Really what it is at the end of the day, Crexy, LoopNet, any all-market listing service, it's a crap filter, right? If you can get this done off market, it's way quicker, it's way easier, and you don't have to blast it to the whole universe that you're selling, which most sellers usually don't want to do. So that's why it's really important to understand in mobile home parks specifically, I'm not talking about other asset classes, but in mobile home parks specifically, nothing on market is really going to be worth your time to look into. Now, I'm not just saying this to get you guys to go off and look somewhere else and not look at on-market deals so I can snatch them all. I've never got a deal from the market out of the 11 parks I have. All 11 have been off-market deals. And if I do another 11, they're all going to be off-market deals. This is just something I believe in my core. If you're going to get good deals in the mobile home park space, you have to get them off-market. Now, no worries. I know that this is going to kind of frustrate some people in their early stages of searching for deals because they're going to say, "Well, how the heck do I find on-market deals or off-market deals rather?" Don't worry. No videos coming out on that soon. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you guys.